Hi, it's Logan from Sleepopolis.com, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Allswell Mattress. Allswell is a new company powered by Walmart, but sold exclusively at allswellhome.com. I'm going to be performing a few tests and give some general recommendations at the end of the review today. However, if you are interested in a personal recommendation, please feel free to leave a note in the comment section with some information about yourself, some of your sleep preferences, and we'll be sure to get back to you. Now, I do want to note that Allswell Mattress comes in two different versions, a softer and a firm version. Then the constructions are pretty different, so we're going to cover both of them during this review. We're going to start with the firm version, which I'm on top of right now, and begin with the cover. The cover is a soft material and it has some good cooling properties, which is going to help with temperature regulation. I also want to point out that there is a built-in topper with 3 different types of foam in there, which is going to provide some immediate pressure relief as you lie down on the mattress. So now let's take a look under the cover and get a look at the layers of the mattress. The Allswell Firm Mattress is a hybrid construction, meaning it uses a mix of foam and coil layers. I mentioned before that the cover is quilted with 3 layers of foam. That includes an inch of memory foam and 2/4 inches of super soft foam to provide some immediate pressure relief. Now below that, we have an inch of airflow foam. It has kind of a memory foam feel to it, so it's soft. It's going to allow you to sink in for pressure relief, providing a little bit of a contouring feel. It does have a little bit of a slower response to pressure. Now below that, we have 2.5 inches, what they call super soft foam. It is a kind of a polyfoam feel. It's a bit firmer than the airflow foam above it, so you are going to be able to sink into it a little bit, but it is going to start to provide a little bit of support, a little bit of bounce, so you don't feel stuck in the mattress. It also acts as a transition layer from these softer foam layers in the cover and on top, all the way down to the support center of the mattress, the base, which consists of a 7.5-inch pocketed coil layer. Now, pocketed coils are great as they provide support and some bounce to the mattress. Also, I should point out that because they are individually wrapped, they do a better job of motion isolation than traditional inner spring mattresses. Now we're taking a look at the construction of the soft version of the Allswell. Like the firm version, the cover material has some nice temperature regulation qualities to it. It also has a bit of foam quilted into the cover. This time it has an inch of memory foam that's quilted in. Now below that, we have an inch and a half, in the comfort layer, we have an inch and a half of memory foam. So combined with the quilted cover, that's 2.5 inches of memory foam right on top of the mattress. This is going to provide nice pressure relief. You're going to feel like you're sinking into it a little bit. Get the contouring feeling you're going to expect out of a memory foam. Now below that, we have an inch of the airflow foam. Again, we saw this in the firm version of the mattress. It's really soft, has a slow response to pressure, a little bit of a memory foam feel, but it's a little bit more breathable. So you're going to really feel like you're sinking pretty far into this mattress, get that contouring feeling for pressure relief. Below that, it is a little tough to tell. It's a separate layer here. We have 3 inches of the super soft foam. Again, we did see this in the firm version of the mattress. This has a quicker response to pressure, and it is a bit firmer to act as a transition layer from these softer layers, the memory foam, the airflow foam, as you push down through the mattress into the support center of the mattress, which is this 5.5-inch piece of high-density polyfoam at the bottom. It acts as the foundation of the Allswell Soft, kind of in place of those pocketed coils from the firm version. Really provides the mattress with its shape, supports the layers of foam above it, as well as some deep compression support to the sleeper on top of the mattress. Now that we've seen what makes up the Allswell Firm, it's time to get an idea for the feel and firmness of it. I'm going to start by pressing into the cover. The first thing I feel is that memory foam and the other soft foams that's quilted into the cover really provides some immediate pressure relief. So add a little bit more pressure, you start to see a little bit of the bounce to the mattress start to interact with the transition layer beneath the airflow foam of the comfort layer of the mattress. So I'm going to lie down on it. So as I'm lying here on my back with my weight pretty evenly distributed, not really pushing too far into the mattress, but even with that, I do feel myself getting kind of that contouring feeling from the memory foam in the cover, as well as the airflow foam beneath that. So it's doing a good job of filling in the space beneath my lower back, which is really nice for back sleepers. And I do feel like I'm more on top of the mattress than in it, so as I change positions, I don't really feel stuck in the mattress at all. So I'm going to roll onto my side. A lot of times side sleepers do prefer a softer mattress as it allows them to sink further into the mattress for pressure relief. Side sleepers oftentimes have issues with pressure points forming at the shoulders and the hips because that increased weight concentration over lower surface area pushes them further into the mattress, and they tend to interact with kind of the support portions of the mattress, so tend to be a little bit firmer. This is the firm version of the mattress, so if you are a really specific side sleeper, a little bit bigger, you're going to kind of feel the pressure forming at the shoulders and the hips. I would probably suggest you take a look at the Allswell Soft if you are a specific side sleeper. However, we are going to take a closer look at the pressure points that form on the mattress later in the review. Now that I've switched to my stomach, I do want to point out that a lot of stomach sleepers, opposite of side sleepers, tend to prefer a firmer mattress. A lot of times stomach sleepers, the heaviest part of your body will be the hips, and on a softer mattress that'll cause your hips to sink into the mattress, cause you to have an arch in your back. So a firmer mattress does a good job of keeping your hips up out of the mattress and keep your spine aligned in a good position. I would say that, I do feel that this mattress is kind of in that 7 out of 10 on a firmness range, maybe 7.5 out of 10. And it's doing a good job of keeping my hips from sinking into the mattress. But everyone can feel firmness of a mattress a little bit differently because of different size and weight distribution. So for reference, I'm about 5'10", 190 pounds. But if you would like a wider variety of opinions on the firmness of the mattress and a little bit more description on the feel of it, you can check out the written review at sleepopolis.com. Now let's talk about the feel and firmness of the Allswell Soft version. As I press into the cover, the first thing I feel is the contouring from that memory foam, and as I press in with both hands at a little bit more pressure, you can really feel how deep you're going to sink into this mattress. So I'm going to lie down on it. As I'm lying here on my back, my weight's pretty evenly distributed again, and it really is that memory foam feeling of sinking into the mattress. Memory foam does kind of have, at first, maybe a firm feeling to it, but then as you press further in with your body heat starts to interact with it. You start to feel like you're sinking in, get the contouring around your body. Because you are sinking into the mattress a bit with the memory foam and the slow response to pressure of that material, you do feel a little bit stuck in the mattress, kind of a hug from the mattress. So I'm going to roll onto my side. And once I'm on my side, again, side sleepers do want to be careful and conscious of pressure points that can form at the shoulders and the hips. Those are two problem areas we see a lot with side sleepers. Because of that, they do like softer mattresses because they're able to sink in. And on this softer version of the mattress with these softer foams on top, the memory foam, the airflow foam, that does feel a bit like a memory foam. I really do feel like I'm able to sink pretty far in for pressure relief. Again, we are going to take a closer look at the pressure later on in the review, but I did just want to point out now that with this softer version of the mattress on my side, I don't really feel any pressure points forming. So I'm going to roll onto my stomach. Once I'm on my stomach, I do feel like my hips are sinking in a little bit. It is kind of the heavier portion of my body. Because of that, in these softer foams, my hips are sinking in. But again, if you do want a wider variety of opinions on the firmness of this mattress and more of a description of the feel of it, you can check out the written review. Instead of just describing the feel of the Allswell Firm to you, I wanted to give you a visual representation of where pressure points might form while lying on the mattress. So to do that, I've placed this pressure map on top, and I'm going to lie down on it in a few different positions, and you're going to see the results next to me, ranging from blue for low pressure to red for high pressure. So I'm going to start on my back. I'll roll on my side. Try a few positions here on my side. Finally on my stomach. All right, so now I've laid out the pressure map on top of the Allswell Soft version. I'm going to lie down on it. And again, you're going to see the results ranging from blue for low pressure to red for high pressure. So starting on my back. Rolling on my side. few positions here again. Finally, my stomach. Just to give you a quick idea of the bounce provided by the Allswell Firm, I have this 10-pound steel ball, and I'm dropping it here. You can see there is a little bit of bounce. That transition layer of foam combined with the pocketed coil system do a good job of making sure you're not going to feel stuck in the mattress at all. But it does absorb a little bit of that energy with the memory foam in the cover as well as the airflow foam below that. I'm also going to run a quick motion transfer test where I'm going to drop the ball from heights of 4, 8, and 12 inches. This simulates kind of someone getting into and out of bed or rolling around in the middle of the night. And on the other side of the mattress, I have a seismometer, which registers the disturbance that's transferred from one side of the bed to the other. Now the results are on screen. You can see that there are some spikes when this ball is dropped, steadily increasing disturbance transferred across the surface of the mattress. This is a little bit high in my opinion. I do believe it's from the firmer foams. They have a tendency to transfer motion a little bit more than, let's say, a memory foam or something like that. All right, now we're running the bounce test on the soft version of the Allswell. As you can see here, there is significantly less bounce. Thanks to all the memory foam, the slow responding foams on top of the mattress, doesn't really have as much bounce. Also, there's no pocketed coils to really add to that on the mattress. We're also going to run the same motion transfer test on the soft as we ran on the firm version of the mattress. Now you can see the results on screen, and there's really low amounts of motion transfer for the 4-inch drop, steadily increasing, but now we can have both results up on screen for both the soft and the firm version of the Allswell. And as you can see, the softer version of the mattress does do a better job of isolating that motion transfer, and I really credit that to the thick amount of memory foam as well as the airflow foam at the top of the construction of the Allswell Soft when compared to the Allswell Firm. A lot of people buying a mattress want to know if they're going to feel like they're sitting on top of or sinking into the mattress. So to test that, I've set up the Sinkage Test, which we use 4 balls of varying sizes, weights, and densities, simulate different body parts, and check to see how far into the mattress they sink. So on the Allswell Firm right now, I have a 6-pound medicine ball. It's filled with sand. It's the lightest ball we used during this test. A 10-pound steel ball, the densest ball we used during this test. 50-pound medicine ball. It's also filled with sand. If you're a bit heavier, kind of a heavier body part, something like that. Finally, on the end, we have the 100-pound medicine ball, also filled with sand. If you're a bit heavier, kind of the center of your body. Now, in terms of sinkage, we have 1 inch for the 6-pound ball, 1.5 inches for the 10-pound ball, 3.5 inches for the 50-pound medicine ball, and 5 inches for the 100-pound medicine ball. And in my experience running this test on a lot of different mattresses, this is below average, pretty much across the board. The 6-pound ball is about average, but everything else is a bit below average in terms of sinkage. So you are going to feel like you're more on top of this mattress than kind of that sinking into it feeling. Now we have the Sinkage Test on the Allswell Soft version. For the 6-pound medicine ball, it's 1.5 inches of sinkage, about 2 inches of sinkage for the 10-pound steel ball. The 50-pound medicine ball has just over 4 inches of sinkage, and on the 100-pound medicine ball, it's about 6 inches of sinkage. Now these, in terms of comparing them to other mattresses I've tested, are kind of in the average range, maybe a bit above average for the 10 and the 50-pound medicine ball. However, with the slow responsive pressure from the memory foams in the cover, the comfort layer, as well as the airflow foam, which does have that slow responsive pressure, you are definitely going to feel like you're sinking further into the mattress. And I do want to point out that all these sinkages are deeper depths than the sinkage on the Allswell Firm, which is to be expected. As we mentioned before, you're definitely going to feel more on top of the Allswell Firm than you are when compared to the Allswell Soft, which you're going to feel like you're sinking into more. If you plan on sharing your bed with a partner, you need to use the entire surface area of the mattress. Edge support is something you want to take a look at. Mattress with a strong edge is going to allow you to sleep closer to the side of it, make the bed feel a little bit bigger. Now, when I'm near the side of the Allswell Firm, over here near the side, I have a very similar feeling from the center of the bed, which is really great. As I get really close to the side here, you start to see some compression through those softer layers. That's to be expected of the softer foams, but I do think that the side of the mattress is holding up pretty well. The support layer of the mattress does a really good job of supporting my weight. As I roll onto my side, hang off the mattress a little bit, you see some really good support from the lower layers of the mattress, the pocketed coils, the transition layer of foam, and again, some compression through those softer layers, but with softer foams, that's to be expected. Just sit up on the side of the mattress. I think maybe putting my shoes on in the morning or getting into bed at night. It does a good job of showing what happens to the side of the mattress with an increased concentration of weight. And in my opinion, the Allswell does a good job of supporting my weight in this position. It's really not collapsing the side too much, just those softer layers like I talked about. But it does a good job of supporting my weight on the side here. Now we're checking out the edge support on the soft version of the Allswell. So I'm going to lie down. And again, like on the firm version, I do feel a similar feeling from the center of the mattress over here to the side. I move all the way to the edge here. We do see compression through these softer foams. Again, however, I do want to point out that there are, more layers of soft foam on the soft version of the Allswell, so you are going to sink in a little bit more. You can see some of the contouring here as I'm inching closer to the side. So roll over onto my side here, hang off the mattress a little bit while there is compression. I do feel like the Allswell is doing a good job of keeping its shape on the side here, so I'm not compressing it too much. I don't feel like I'm going to roll out of bed. As I sit up on the side of the mattress, again, with that kind of concentrated weight on the edge, I am pushing through these softer foams. You can see I'm compressing into the mattress pretty far. It's not quite the edge support that the firm version has, which is really helped by the pocketed coil system, but it is doing a good job overall with the denser firms, the high density polyfoam at the bottom of, supporting my weight. So again, compression through these softer firms on top, but overall pretty good job. Just to give you some basic information about the Allswell mattresses, there's a 100-night trial period, a 10-year warranty, and they are shipped directly to your door, compressed in a box. Now, some reasons that I like both of these mattresses is that they provide luxury feel at a value price, and also I find that they're both very good for pressure relief, as we saw really good performance on the pressure mat portion of the review. Now, some reasons I really like the soft version is if you're a side sleeper, it allows you to sink further into the mattress to avoid issues with pressure at the shoulders and the hips. And also, if you're looking for that classic memory foam feel of sinking into the mattress, contouring around your body. Now, reasons I would recommend the firm version is if you are a stomach sleeper, it's going to keep your hips from sinking into the mattress, keep your spine aligned in a better position. And also, if you just generally like feeling like you're more on top of the mattress than sinking into it, we saw really impressive results below average sinkage during the sinkage portion of the review. Now, there's some general recommendations, but if you want to get a little bit more specific with some example people that I think would be good for either mattress, let's say you're 180 pounds, you're a back sleeper, but you're looking for a little bit of bounce from your mattress, I would say you should check out the firm version of the Allswell, as the pocketed coil system does provide a more responsive mattress than the soft version. And if you're, let's say you're 160 pounds, you're a side sleeper, maybe you sleep with a partner, I would check out the soft version of the mattress, as it is going to allow you to sink a little bit further in for pressure relief. And also we saw a better performance on the motion transfer portion of the review from the soft version of the mattress. There's some really specific examples, so if you want a personal recommendation, please feel free to leave a note in the comment section below with some information about yourself and some of your sleep preferences, and we'll be sure to get back to you. Also, if you're just starting a mattress buying search and you're not really sure what you should be looking for in a mattress for you, please Google Sleepopolis and Mattress Buying Guide. There's going to be a lot of information in there that's going to help you find the best mattress for you. Also, please subscribe to the Sleepopolis YouTube channel, as we're going to keep putting out more and more content that's going to help you get a better night's sleep. So that's it for the review today. I hope it was helpful. Have a nice day.